I split 100 players into 2 teams and put them in an ancient city, the home of Minecraft's most powerful mob, the Warden. After 30 minutes apiece, the wall separating these 2 teams will drop and the Warden will spawn in the center of the map. One team's goal will be to kill it at all costs, and the other team's goal will be to protect it with their life. When the event began, players were randomly assigned to a team and teleported underground. So far, the event was going smoothly, and
everything is dark.
Oh no. So it turns out, we didn't account for the fact that everyone was in the deep dark biome, meaning that Wardens could spawn wherever they wanted to. To fix that, we put the server difficulty on peaceful to prevent this from happening again. Anyway, in the first few minutes of the event, some people started looting the chests in the ancient city. While some were pretty mediocre, some had really good gear, which would be useful for when the walls fell. And each side of the city was a mineshaft, allowing players to get wood and even more resources, which they otherwise would struggle to collect.
Alright, B-Bag, what's your strategy?
This is B-Bag, the winner of our last event, after somehow surviving a robot apocalypse.
It all depends on which team I am. If I am in the attacking team, then I'll definitely be going to kill like major players out of the defensive team first, and then go try to kill a Warden.
His strategy seemed pretty simple, and many others soon followed in the hopes of getting stacked. Some people had different plans though. Wait, dude, I think this guy's X-raying. Wait, no way.
Alright, so we have an apparent X-rayer over here.
He's staring at the floor, he's 3/4 diamond. I don't know how he would have gotten it that fast.
It turns out that some people were suspected of cheating during the event, and while we couldn't confirm it, we made sure to keep an eye on them to see if we could catch them red-handed. Oh my god. As it turns out, a player named Mindless got an enchanted book from an ancient city chest, and grindstoned it to let him craft an enchantment table, an item which massively protected anyone on his team. The attacker team, on the other hand, had a pretty traditional approach to getting gear, involving mining iron and smelting it to make armor, weapons, and shields. Some other players also thought it would be funny to break my event by glitching onto the other side of the wall to attack the opposing team, but after realizing how much gear they had, they quickly backed off, which honestly seems like instant karma.
Alright, there we go. Drop the wall.
With the Warden now spawned in and vulnerable to any of the attackers' plans, it was really anyone's game as to who would win the event. The attackers realized that the Warden was blind and could only attack one person at a time, meaning if they all rushed in to kill it, they'd easily win the event. And for a few minutes, this strategy worked. However, very quickly, we realized that the protectors severely outpowered the attackers. Besides them having no gear, they had immunity to the Warden attacking them. This meant that the attacker team had to deal with both the Warden and the protectors, while the protector team only had to deal with their opponents. B-Bag also thought it would be funny to spawn kill the attackers, making them have no chance at defeating the Warden. We did break it to make it only more fair for the attackers who were already severely disadvantaged. But overall, this is a really unbalanced fight, and it would be more impressive if the attackers could come even close to defeating the Warden. There were some other attackers with enchanted armor in the event, and they came pretty close to turning the tides for everyone on their team. But unfortunately, they barely just missed out on that opportunity. The protectors also fully trapped the Warden, covering its cage with lava to prevent anyone from trying to kill it without dying. With only 5 minutes left in the event, and the Warden being trapped in an indestructible cage, we knew the attacker team had basically admitted defeat. Despite all their hard work and dedication to killing the Warden, and despite the past hour of their lives they spent in hopes of winning this event, they knew that there was no way to get it. And with the clock ticking down, there was just no hope for anyone to... Wait, there's no way. So it turns out a player named Lance actually had managed to tunnel underground and kill the Warden with barely any time on the clock. Against all odds, this no armor stone sword player had clutched up and won the event for his entire team, which is probably one of the most climactic endings to an event I've ever seen.
How the fuck is this Lance? It's a random guy that I fight. He sucks at Minecraft most of the time. I'm so glad he won.
This video took hours to make, so if you could consider joining our Discord to participate in future events, and consider hitting that subscribe button, it would help us out a ton. In fact, speaking of events, YouTube tells me that you'll love to see this one right here, so I'll see you there.